Tat Talk Whip is back. Sorry, I was going to do some videos on vacation. Was unable to do that due to getting injured really bad on vacation. I had to have reconstructive surgery on my ankle, but that's neither here nor there. Just getting back in the flow of things. I'm going to do another Bama video tomorrow as well. But today we're going to go over the pregame. I'm excited. I mean, this is pregame stuff. It's game work, baby. Super excited. So there's some things, a lot of people say that, well, Florida State, they were 2-10 last year. Doesn't matter. They've got 19 new guys out of the transfer portal. They're a totally different team. Now, a lot of people know what Castellano has said about Bama. They don't have Nick Saban to save them. They're not, they pretty much ain't shit. That's what he's saying. He doubled down on it. He keeps doubling down. I don't mean nothing disrespectful, but I'm just saying they ain't the same team. Well, we've got a really great coach. We've got a new offensive coordinator. We're not the same team either. We have a different offensive coordinator. We have different personnel. We have a different quarterback. We have running backs they have never seen. Half our receiving crew is brand new. They don't even have game film on all this stuff. They have old Ryan Grubb stuff they're going to have to look up. They're going to have to look up stuff from, a few years ago at Washington, maybe even Indiana, to see these things, because this is a totally new scheme that we're doing. Totally new quarterback, like I said, new receivers, new running backs, everything. Some of the big crucial matchups for me is not even quarterback. Yes, we want Ty Simpson to do good. We want him to come out there with confidence. We're going to be more spread out, I assume. But I think one of the biggest battles that we're going to have to really watch is Parker Brailsford is going to be going against Daryl Jackson. Daryl Jackson is a 3-year starter at Miami. He was really, really good. He is probably early second round, late first round guy. I mean, he causes havoc. Very good guy. He's 6'5", 337. So pretty much he's a biscuit away from 350. Road grader. That is going to be a big matchup between Daryl Jackson and Parker Brailsford. And especially when you talk about we're getting the run game going. We do not have Jam Miller. He's got the broken collarbone. Jaden Roberts, offensive guard, he has a concussion. So those are the big matchups. Like I said, to me, the biggest matchup is the offensive line. How are we going to do? We've got some guys banged up here and there. A big thing for us is not Parker Brailsford. We have Formby. He was atrocious last year. That guy was getting beat from guys in Western Kentucky. Struggled mightily. That's going to be a big thing to watch. I think we're going to have to be going on the opposite end of him. I think we'll have to be running left. If trust me, I'm a little bit of pain medication, so hopefully I'm not getting my facts messed up. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but that's going to be a big matchup for us. I think we're going to have to come out and spread it out a little bit to get the run games open. Like I said, the biggest thing for Alabama is not even defense. I'm not worried about Castellano. I'm not worried about this nonsense. Because when you look at Castellano and you see what he did under, at Boston College under Bill O'Brien, he wasn't a world beater. I mean, even in his best year, he only threw 18 touchdowns and 5 INTs. So that's barely a touchdown a game. So the guy, yes, he can move the pile. He's a very good runner. Florida State's a new team. I get that. But so are we. So are we. So a lot to have been seen there. The biggest matchup, like I said, is the offensive line. A lot of people talk about we need Jam Miller for this game. I don't think we need Jam Miller. You've got Richard Young, who I think is the backup. He's 5'11", 220. We've got Daniel Hill. He's 6'1", 250. He's pretty much a fullback. Kevin Riley, 5'11", 195. That's the bigger matchups for me is, can the offensive line establish the line of scrimmage, get the holes, and punch it through? I think we're going to be a little bit different. I think we will be more pass heavy. A lot of people are worried because Ty Simpson's coming in there, freshman, never played these big games. But Castellano hasn't played in a game of this magnitude. He's played in some big games, but not of one of this magnitude. And I think the thing early is developing the confidence with Ty Simpson to get the 5-yard passes, get the 10-yard passes, get the 15-yard passes, get the third downs. Stay in front of the sticks. Don't be behind the sticks. And that will open up the run game. That's where you'll see us bust some runs. That's where those things are going to happen. Now, I think if, this is my analogy, because love Milrow, but Milrow was atrocious passing last year. It was very bad. It was always throw it up and pray. Throw a Hail Mary up. Let's see what happens. A lot of times, especially like Oklahoma, he was missing wide open people 5 yards in front of him, couldn't even hit them. If Ty Simpson can just be 70% better at passing than Milrow, we'll be fine. I'm not really that worried about it. And that's where I think the biggest battle is going to be taking place. And getting him comfortable early, getting down, getting the yards early downs, and not trying to run the ball and then losing 3 to 5 yards. I think that's where the biggest adjustment comes in, and not making Ty Simpson run for his life. Or if we see those problems early on, okay, well, we're just always going to have him in shotgun. He's going to roll left, roll right to try and negate some of that quickness, some of those things. The defensive side of the ball doesn't worry me. We have all these guys coming back, all these seniors. Full of seniors, and the linebackers at the safety positions, at the defensive back positions. We've got a really good defensive coordinator, Kane Womack. I think he's one of the best in the country. I think we're going to have a pretty darn good defense. Like I said, I think the biggest point of contention is going to be the offensive line. Now, we haven't had a good offensive line in probably 5 years. So it doesn't matter who your running back is. You could have Derrick Henry, and if you don't have a good offensive line and you can't pop open those holes for him, it doesn't really matter. But that's the biggest, the game plan out the gate. And I don't know if Grubb likes the game plan. I don't know if he's like Kiffin, who would have the first 20 plays of the game scripted, and it would be different every week. I don't know about that. I know they like to throw on first downs. I know they're pass heavy. We've got a really good offensive wide receiver crew. They are really, really, really good. Now, the matchups that I like, and I like Ryan Williams. I think he's one of the best in the country. Isaiah Horton can absolutely fly. He's like a deer. He's 6'4", 6'6". Having him and having those two guys on either side, you really can't double team either of those because they're going to get you. You've got Latsier Brooks, who's a speed demon, so it's going to spread things out. And if we can get the tight ends a little bit more in the passing game, I think that's going to be some really big things to watch. I think Florida State is going to have their hands full on that side of it. If we can get, everything going right on those areas, I think it's going to be really, really awesome. Anyway, guys, sorry. That's my brain is a little scatterbrained due to the medications I'm taking for this stuff. But I want to get a quick video out there. I'm going to do another video tomorrow. Love you guys, and fired up. Saturday night, it's on, baby. Yay! Tide Talk Web is out.